Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, what a day, happy Friday, TGIF, we finally made it, the weekend is here, can you believe it? Yours truly officially on vacation, but hey, today's August 11th, it's National Sons and Daughters Day, as well as Presidential Joke Day. More on that later. Call your son or daughter and give him a hug and a kiss, will ya? Well, the Patriots last night, they lost to Jacksonville 31-24, not all that bad, folks, first game of the preseason, you don't expect much. Jimmy G had some good stats, threw for 22 for 28, 235 yards. Brissett followed up 8 for 13 with 88 yards. Overall, they look good. It is the first preseason of the game, and Brady, Gronk, all of them, they just sat on the sidelines and watched. It was kind of funny, actually, because every time they showed them, it was just like, why did they even dress them, Anyways, all the starters did sit, and the Pats travel to Houston next week for a Saturday night matchup against the Texans. And the other news tonight was the sighting of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell at Gillette Stadium. Photos are surfacing on social media with fans posing with the commish. I'm saying he's probably there to do some recon because he's coming back next month for the home opener against the Chiefs in September. Breaking news out of the NFL, Dallas star running back Ezekiel Elliott has been suspended 6 games for violating the NFL personal conduct policy. This all stems from a year-long investigation by the NFL over domestic violence accusations made by his then-girlfriend, former girlfriend, Tiffany Thompson. The NFL reviewed text messages and phone calls before determining the decision. Needless to say, this is not what the Cowboys needed at this time to have their star running back out. He won't return until October 29th against the Washington Redskins. And this just coming in right now, he has, in fact, appealed his decision, his suspension. So keep that under advisement. And the Buffalo Bills, they're still cleaning house. They traded their star running back, Sammy Watkins. I have no idea why. He's going to the Rams. Then the Eagles, in another transaction, sent Jordan Matthews to the Bills. So the Bills lost Watkins, but got Matthews. Well, I don't know what's going on in Buffalo, but who cares? The Patriots are going to dominate anyways. Well, your American League Eastern Division leaders, that's right, your Boston Red Sox. They head to the Bronx this weekend for an all-important 3-game matchup. They try to extend their 4-game lead over the Yankees. And I'm telling you, the Red Sox will send Erod, Pomeranz, and Chris Sale to the mound this weekend. Let's at least hope for 2 out of 3, folks, because they can really use a jump in that standing. Well, it wouldn't be a What a Day without some mention of North Korea. That's right, folks. This is intensifying. All you pundits that say this ain't happening, well, get to read this one. President Donald Trump tweeted Friday that the U.S. military is locked and loaded as he warned North Korea against threatening the U.S., and these are the escalating exchange of threats between both nuclear-armed nations. Trump tweeted out Friday, quote-unquote, military solutions are now fully in place, locked and loaded. Should North Korea act unwisely, hopefully Kim Jong, whatever, I can't pronounce his name. We'll find another path. Kim Jong-un, whatever. The guy's a nut job. This, of course, stems from North Korea's threat of launching 4 ballistic nuclear warhead missiles towards Guam next week. Folks, this threat is real. Next week, there's going to be a lot of news about this, so get used to it. Well, as it is, the U.S. does have a robust military presence in the region. In case you didn't know that they have 6 B-1 bombers in Guam. They actually have Air Force fighter jets stationed in South Korea. Plus, they have other assets from across the Pacific Ocean, the skies, as well as more. They have a vast military options. They range from nothing to full-on conventional assault by air, sea, ground. Man, we have it all. And any order executed by the president will be executed quickly. That's good to know. Well, how many presidential aides does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. They're supposed to keep the president in the dark. Bada-boom. Well, the solar eclipse is coming up August 21st. The moon's shadow will block the sun from a total view. Wherever you are in the United States, you're going to want to look up, and that's okay. Every astronomer in the country will tell you to enjoy this rare opportunity. No matter what superstitions you have heard, there is no risk to your health of being outside during a solar eclipse. But there's one thing you shouldn't do, and that's look directly at the sun with the naked eye. You shouldn't do it. Why? Don't do it. Why? I'll tell you why. When you look directly at the sun, the intensity of the light and the focus of the light is so great that the retina will cook it. That's right. Dr. Christopher Quinn, president of the American Optometric Association, says if the exposure is great enough, that can and will lead to permanent reduction in vision and even blindness. Again, folks, do not look at the sun directly. They actually make these great glasses for you to wear while you can look at the eclipse safely. Well, why do Americans choose between 2 people per president and yet 50 for Miss America? I don't know. I don't get that either. Well, HBO and Spring Hill Entertainment, the company run by NBA superstar LeBron James and his business partner Maverick Carter, they reached a developmental deal on a comedy series about a sneaker store. News outlets reported the news, which comes as part of Spring Hill's developmental deal with Warner Brothers. Spring Hill and Warner Brothers are linked in a partnership. That's right, folks. They're going to include a long-discussed deal. They're actually going to have a sequel to that great cartoon flick Space Jam. Remember that one, folks? Well, Consumer Reports is no longer recommending Microsoft Surface and tablets. That's right. The publication has removed its recommended rating for Microsoft Surface laptop and Surface Books. This applies to both the 128GB and 512GB storage options. This is the first time in 2 years that Consumer Reports has removed the laptop recommendation. They actually pulled it a couple of years ago with Hewlett-Packard and Levino due to their laptop repair histories. And get this, Consumer Reports recently conducted a survey of nearly 91,000 people who bought new laptops between 2014 and the beginning of this year. The study estimated that over 25% of Microsoft devices will develop problems by the end of the second year. And those problems include randomly shutting down and not even turning back on. So they removed, that's big news. Microsoft being removed by Consumer Reports. That's big stuff. Well, elsewhere, Sex and the City star Cynthia Nixon, she appears to be considering a run for the governor of New York. That's right, folks. She's the one that played the raunchy redheaded lawyer Miranda Hobbs on the hit TV show Sex and the City. She recently was on the Today Show, and she's been encouraged to throw her hat in the ring, but declined to say whether she would do so or not. Most New Yorkers and pundits say she should. The Big Apple needs female leadership. Cynthia Nixon has been a longtime political advocate, particularly on education issues, and actually served on Mayor Bill de Blasio's advisory board for the Mayor's Fund to advance New York City. Not only will she throw her hat in the ring, but what about her shoes as well? Well, the trouble with practical jokes is that they don't often get elected. Bada bing boom, that's the last one, folks. Anyways, finally, a special shout out today. Happy birthday to my future brother-in-law and fellow North Quincy alum, David Dreyer. That's right, David, you asked for it, you got it. He is part of the What a Day family, and you can be too. By clinging on over to www.youtube.com/Joe Lowry What a Day. You just got to click subscribe. It's free. Tell your friends, family, anybody who will listen. Everybody, you have a great Friday, great weekend. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.